This is the Slightly Daily Podcast, episode 139. I don't know what we're going to do next week when we hit 140. It's kind of like an insignificant number, but like psychologically, it's like 140. Like, you know, it's like a marker. Yeah, a milestone in a way. But Parker's here to my left, back. Connor's back again. And Psalms. Psalms hasn't been on here in a minute. I don't even know.
It's been a while. I've missed it.
Yeah. Psalms has been on here like 4, maybe 5 times. But I don't think you've been in this apartment though, right?
No, I don't think so. This would be a first. Hopefully never the last.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Ellie's back.
Yep, Ellie's back, of course. You know.
As soon as she hears fun, she's gonna come over here and start fucking with us.
Yep, 100%. Marlena got her a new toy, so maybe that'll keep her occupied. Parker, any thoughts on this past week's episode? Anything?
The past week's episode? Nah, it was good. It feels like we're getting more used to it, and the conversations are just flowing a little more. They're feeling more natural each time we do it.
Connor?
I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely getting into it. I think we're getting a flow. I was with it from the beginning, like when you had the idea, and I thought it was dope. 3 like-minded people getting in here and actually getting to a schedule. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And last week was good.
For sure.
I trailed off just then.
So let's go ahead and watch this video Psalms sent me. A little bit of it. It's pretty long, but you guys will kind of get the gist in like the first.
Report it before you watch it.
Yeah, report it. And block Psalms. have his account removed. All right. So here we go.
Here at RHS.
It says, "It is sad what kids are being taught to think and believe."
Yeah.
I just finished my freshman year at RHS. I've been a part of District 196 schools now for 10 years, and I'm going to give you a glimpse today of what's actually going on inside these schools. Despite the board's attempt to deny it, District 196 schools are quickly becoming a place where promoting activism is actually more important than promoting education. I'll take you back to my first day at RHS this fall. The principal came out and gave us a heartfelt speech about equality and standing together. He began to list countless races, such as Latino, Asian, expressing how much they matter and how important they are. But never once did he mention a race or identity that reflects me, or half the kids that were in the class. Now, members of the board, I know you haven't been to school in a while, and I know none of you, or most of you, don't have any kids left in the school district. But you must admit how uncomfortable it will be to be characterized just by your skin color on the first day of school, and be thought that you were wrong just because of your skin color.
All right. So y'all kind of get the gist of what he's saying?
He's saying they're leaving out white people?
Yes. So he goes on and like gives more examples of that. But yeah, Psalms. Talk a little bit about it as a black person. It was also a white person, you know? Yeah. Just kind of what kind of compelled you to that video, I guess?
I just want to say, first of all, it was just on my feed.
You didn't go looking for this?
Yeah, I didn't go looking for this. It just came to me. I think it's awfully funny to me. Y'all saw me smile probably a second ago. I just feel like the roles have really changed. And the point that he's like, I don't need nobody to tell me that I'm important, but like you left me out. Like, you know, he goes on to speak about a lot of different things in this, but I just thought it was funny because, like I said, the shoe's on the other foot, and really what you're seeing is white people or white young men and women being, I kind of guess they feel like they've been ostracized, and I just think it's kind of funny because it's like black people didn't really have the voice that this like white kid has right now. And nobody would like listen to them when it was happening to them. So it's kind of funny how, like I said, the shoe's on the opposite foot. So
I see what you're saying.
I was thinking the same thing. He contradicted himself almost immediately. And also, no, white people don't need to be included in this. That's
right.
The whole point
I
of
agree.
Black Lives Matter. We know that white lives matter. It's been decades of white lives matter. You know, step down and quit speak. I'm sorry, little white kids, stop.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, it almost feels like he thinks this is like politically correct, for lack of better words. Like it's what he should do, but it's like he's missing the bigger picture. Like Connor was saying, like it's been about white people. Like America's been about white people the whole time, so you really don't have to include white people in that, you know?
I kind of agree, but I also kind of disagree with all you guys because, like, the point that, yes, you are saying, like, yeah, kind of stay out of it. Like, you're kind of being a pick-me dude. Like, you're a 17-year-old boy. But also, I think the point that he's trying to make is adults at his school are making him feel left out of – it's like he's not being included in – the like conversations, like the situations that you should feel comfortable in a school. So he's feeling like it's like, you've heard the term like reverse racism, how like minority people, there's a debate, minority people can't be racist toward white people. You know, that's what he's trying to say, is to validate, is that.
I personally don't agree with what you just said.
Reverse racism? Do you think it exists or not?
No, I don't. Because I think the most common misconception with racism that America has is it's prejudice is the actual word we're looking for. Racism is when a group of people get together and they keep goods and services or things. Water fountains, credit, the ability to do things from other groups. And no other race on the planet has that ability except for white people. So it's like, it's what he's talking about is prejudice. They're being biased towards another group now in school, but they're not really holding anything back from him. They're not hindering his education. He might feel like that, but they're not keeping him from getting his education. So
but he does feel like that though. So therefore, in his reality, to a certain extent, whether he's actually right, he does feel like that he's left out. He's in high school. He's 16 or 17 or whatever.
And maybe him personally, like he had a shitty childhood growing up. He has been ostracized by people, you know. Maybe he hasn't experienced white privilege. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. But I'm saying maybe there's a reason he's feeling that way. You know, we don't know his past.
Yeah, we don't know the demographic of this school either. It could be mostly not. It could be predominantly black or, you know, Latina. Yeah. I didn't want to mess that one up, but
yeah,
I get what he's saying. I'm just saying. I think.
Time and a place.
I think white people should take the back seat on Black Lives Matter. We don't have a place in it.
Yeah.
Let
I agree there.
I agree.
Let the people who need to push it. They started it without us. They can finish it without us. I'm not saying without our help or anything, or people, you know, saying yes, we agree with it, but we don't need to be in the front lines, you know, with the mic. But I do get what he's saying with, like, you know, he brought up something unnecessary in the school system, and it made he used a way better term than I'm about to use. Well-spoken kid, by the way, but he was like, it didn't need to be said, but he said it, and it caused unneeded attention to that thing. I don't know what race the principal is, but again, if it's a white guy, he also needs to take the back seat.
Yeah. My thing is, I want to say, like, and this is like really like when it comes to watching things and things being put in your line of sight, you really got to kind of like take and dig into it a little bit more. If y'all actually go and like watch the whole video, like you said, this kid is well spoken, like for a freshman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who put this kid on the podium?
Yeah.
Who helped him write this speech that he's writing?
That's true. It's a good point.
Like, and I just like, you know, it's like that saying, behind every great man is a great woman. So who's behind this kid? That's all I'm saying. I'm just like, what's the agenda? Is it about going to school? Because you could have just left the school without, making a fuss like this. I've left schools because, I didn't like it, but I'm not like got a whole bunch of views or something like that just because I don't like it.
Because when you sent me the video, I was like, okay, I kind of feel for him. Mm-hmm. And then now, because I was like, all right, I understand what he's saying. Not necessarily, because I'm not a political activist, period. Mm-hmm. So I would never feel compelled to hop up on a podium and say some stuff like this. But I was like, oh, okay, he feels left out. And the whole point of equality, equity, mm-hmm. all of that is to include everyone. And he felt that he wasn't included. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I hear what he's saying. Like, would I ever do this? No, because I'm not that type of person. But I mean, it's an uncomfortable conversation that
I did not know we were gonna come out like this in this podcast. Before we stopped it, he said that writing "White Lives Matter" on the board, or "All Lives Matter." Ooh,
that's different.
Writing and what, dude?
Yeah. It was on a whiteboard. That's what he meant.
On a whiteboard was considered racist, but I don't think that's what the teacher meant. But also it low key is racist because we get it like all lives matter, but it's basically like
it takes away.
It takes away from Black Lives Matter. It's like a. You're like, oh yeah, but all lives matter. Like, yeah, we know. So, but all lives aren't out here getting shot by police because they're, doing mundane activities in, everyday world. You don't see, very rarely, but white people aren't treated like that, and that we get it. All lives do matter. That doesn't need to be said. Mm-hmm. Writing that on the board takes away from the Black Lives Matter movement. That's why it doesn't need to be on the board. Mm-hmm. I don't know who wrote this speech for this kid, but now I'm starting to see. I feel like it was definitely a coach deal.
Probably. I think this is the conversation, and this is something that I was going to ask, but there's when you hear X Lives Matter, there's two different versions of it. There's the statement itself, and then there's the organization behind it. Mm-hmm. Okay? I can say all lives matter as a statement, and it doesn't mean anything, but then you get into who financially I'm talking about. I can say Black Lives Matter, and we're all on the same page that they do, but then Black Lives Matter in all caps with the trademark next to it is a different thing. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Because Black Lives Matter is owned by George Soros, who is a white billionaire who likes to stir the pot. So,
like I said, man, it's so crazy to me. Like, literally, if you want to go look at the reverse of this, go watch Dr. Elliot Jane.
I thought you were about to say Dr. fucking Umar. Oh my God.
I like Dr. Umar.
He don't like me.
I mean,
you don't like white people at all.
I mean, well, with things like that, because I've had discussions with my own girlfriend about stuff like that. It's like there's positive and there's negative. There's opposite ends of the pole. It's kind of like Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying?
But Dr. Jane, the white lady, right?
Yes, Dr. Jane. She done the blue-eyed, brown-eyed experiment or reverse, and you can go on YouTube and find her. So what she does is she took kids who were probably like in like my niece's age, maybe like 10 years old, and told them like, hey, we're going to do, an experiment in class. All the kids with blue eyes aren't as smart as the kids with brown eyes. And when she did that, you watched kind of how the brown-eyed kids were like separating themselves, treating the blue-eyed kids a little bit different. It didn't matter if you're white or black or anything. It would just matter about your eyes. And that's kind of how like racism was set up. So it's just funny because you can go on, like I said, YouTube, watch, and there'll be like white people getting mad, and then black people will be like, hell yeah, like thank you. I've never had nobody, or I've never been in a position to voice my concerns of how I've been treated. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this kid's doing the same thing, which I don't have a problem with anybody voicing their concerns about how they're being treated or anything like that. I just find it awfully funny that this is where we've come to. And once again, this kid is in the 6th grade.
He was in high school. This kid?
Yeah.
He was in high school.
Yeah. My fault. High school. My point is
still a baby.
Yeah, still a baby. That's my point. Yeah. Where do we get off listening to kids for political points of views? You don't even know who you are yet.
No, this kid's a pawn, 100%.
Yeah.
Just like the climate change girl, Greta, the Swedish girl who's
yes.
like, I've said this on the podcast before. Back early on when I didn't give a shit about climate change, and I'm not gonna say how I feel about it, but I will mirror what you said about she's a little girl, bro. Yeah. Of course, you're gonna look at a child and like agree, you know, in a way, because someone, like you were saying, someone is pulling her, telling her, writing her speeches, telling her what to say about climate change to get people riled up, you know.
That's what I was saying at first. Like, he's just trying to be politically correct. He's going off what he's hearing throughout his life, and he's just trying to like say the right thing, but he doesn't even know like who he is yet. So
he hasn't been able to form his own opinion about life.
Yeah.
He ain't even lived a quarter of his life yet.
Yeah. Facts. Dude, I'll tell you, I might sound ignorant saying this, but one thing that really did it for me to like push me over the edge and realize that we aren't that far away from racism still to this day was when we were over here, we were watching the Super Bowl clips, and just in like 2001, Creed was performing at the halftime show. Dude, like, I always thought it was like hip hop, you know, artists. Fucking Creed, white ass rock music, was at the Super Bowl halftime show. Yeah. And it's like, I was just like, wow, it's not always like hip hop and stuff, you know, but that just shows you, like, even 2001, like, it's always been about white people, and just recently have black people been able to like kind of put their foot in the door and been like, all right, like, we're here too.
Yeah, it was few and far between. Like, Prince and Michael Jackson did the Super Bowl in the 90s, but few and far between. I'm talking like, you know, it was like Guns N' Roses type shit, you know, like, which is like still, there's not, look, I'm not even saying that it's not okay, it's not fine for Guns N' Roses to be at the Super Bowl halftime show, but like equal representation is nice. I like Guns N' Roses, I like Creed, but I also, Rihanna at the Super Bowl in February is going to be really cool, you know. I see what you're saying though, because it was like predominantly, even, and this is a 100% fact, black people invented every type of music there is, you know. So like, why did they not get, you know, like Michael Jackson and Prince did their thing, you know. Elvis stole rock and roll from, you know.
He didn't steal it. He was backed. He was backed by the blues and the rhythm and blues.
Little Richard
makers,
you know.
B.B. King, they supported him.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot to do with like, not necessarily like the music that he was making, but like how he was like certain mannerisms, the dances. That's a major one. And like I forget, I was watching like a documentary about it the other day. It's like how he like kind of like stretched his words out and stuff like that. He got that from like some black guy that like he was like watching, or he had performed like after or whatever. Like, and then
yeah,
like,
that's not
doing the same thing.
That's not stealing. That's being inspired by it. That was his biggest inspiration. He didn't want to do the, you know,
the
regular.
Beatles.
He loved Beale Street.
Yeah,
he loved that sound. Yeah, no, he is from Memphis. He's not from Beale Street, but he loved that sound, that the way they dressed.
Yeah,
he was just different than, like, you know, the regular rock and roll or rhythm and blues or country artists that were coming out back then, because he wanted to go with the sound that wasn't being heard. He I wouldn't say stole it, dude. But
that's music,
He had
though,
the
but
voice when you know all the rhythm and blues people didn't have the voice. They wouldn't be put on the radio.
Yeah.
So we probably wouldn't even know that. We would know that genre, but some of the songs that he actually got up
Covered
there
and-
and sang, I mean, it'd be definitely like way longer than when we actually got to hear it in the 60s or the late 50s because of him.
I think that now that is a good point you made. You wouldn't have heard it, probably not, and there's a good reason why not. It's not because there wasn't good music like that being made why he got inspired. It's just that people that were making good music that way weren't able to get into that spotlight.
Yeah, that's what I said, that he had the voice they didn't have, which not like as in singing, like
Yeah,
they didn't have that
he-
platform.
yeah, the platform.
Like the fame,
Yeah. I agree 100%.
And another thing, like they shipped him off to war for that. I believe that. Like, he wasn't just drafted. I mean,
For making music like that?
yeah, he was.
They were
He
just-
got
they
a
were like,
bunch of hate off of that because it was like
of course it
devil
is.
music and stuff like that. But honestly, it was a bunch of gospel.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in times like that, they don't want you to, bring that other. They want that like no brother where art, that old timey, that old timey sound, and then
The Beatles was it's still the most popular band of all time. Like, fight me on that, but it's true, and that was the sound that everyone was trying to make in the 60s. The Beatles started making music in the 50s, but like the 60s and the 70s, no one was as big as the Beatles. And the fact that he came in and like shook it, like the whole industry, and it was a solo act too in a way, which is crazy. Like, I mean, that just wasn't really a thing. I don't know. I still think Elvis is great though, but this is the point I before I forget. That is music though. I agree with you, is sampling, turning stuff into, hearing something that somebody did. Like, Kanye would not be Kanye if it wasn't for 1980s R&B beats and like songs, because he chopped up those soul samples and made all the most popular Kanye songs you've ever heard.
Yeah, she wants some Marvin Gaye, some
You know?
Luther Vandross.
And he said it.
that right there. I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, bro.
Told you who he was sampling.
Yeah, you literally, bro. I was listening to Marvin Gaye, not Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross yesterday, bro. Like, I just was like, I want to kick some soul today. Like, some R&B. Listen to Luther.
And it really set the
And,
party
like,
off, didn't it?
Man, it did. And I was like, what's that song that has this on there? It's like
Slow jams.
Yeah, and like, bro, I was like, and then boom, it was right there. I was like, this whole thing, like a bunch of his music has been sampled. I was like, this is crazy.
Biggie too. Ding ding ding. Big Papa is a
You had to hit the chime.
ding, ding. That beat verbatim is from the 70s. They just used the same 4 count.
Yeah, they sampled Juicy Fruit. That was one of his big ones, and that was way before his time.
All right.
Before we get off that topic, I
Go.
just wanted to
Go.
clear up. Don't let that be taken out of context. I said white people should take the back seat. That's still the same car. We support it. Just don't get up there on the mic. That's all I'm saying.
agree.
With
I
that.
agree with
I want to
that.
leave off with that so it doesn't, people don't hit the comments like,
Yeah.
oh, you're saying we don't. No, we do. We're in the same car. It's just the back seat.
Just
Let
not
them
our time.
lead.
We've had many years.
It's not our spotlight.
Yeah.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best thing for America. I want to say this. I think I've told you this before. I feel like why we're in this situation that we are in America is because like it's like a bad relationship that never got solved, right? Everybody's been in a bad relationship, and you or your girl at the time was like, you know what, fuck you. I'm not gonna give you no explanation or nothing, and then you're sour about it, and then later on in life you wind up seeing that person again, and you got all that like shit that hasn't been said. That's what America's like at right now with black people and other cultures. It's like we know we've done fucked you over in some form of fashion. Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet. and then here you go. Here's the mic, and
That's fair.
Yeah,
And
they
this is
left
what-
the
this is
argument. And they had zingers that weren't
Yeah.
weren't said. And they're like,
Yeah.
I should have said that.
They were in the shower. Just, man, I should have said that. Man.
Okay, how how is there a solution though? Ever like that? What I'm saying is you can't like all right. You hear radical arguments like reparations. Let's pay. What is money gonna do? Money's not gonna help.
It's sometimes it's not about the money. It's about the act. And when it comes to reparations and stuff like that, America, we've gave reparations to other cultures and put black people black people in the back seat. We'll be like, oh, here's gay rights. Y'all been fighting for what? Nowhere near as long slavery has been going on. But you know what? Here you go. You can have this. Black people, you know what? You're not important right now. So y'all just wait for it like you've been have. And that's the problem.
Well, I think the pendulum can swing a little too far the other way, though. Like, it's possible. Well, let me just say, I think it's possible for black people to be racist, too. And I don't think that's
Prejudice.
the solution. Prejudice.
Prejudice
Yeah.
is
Because
what you were saying. Sorry, real quick. What you were saying about how it's like separate water fountains. That's a specific thing. That's racist. But prejudice. Yeah. Sorry, man.
I mean, I've had black people be like, I hate all white people. And then be like,
Yeah,
I'm not racist. And
That's
it's
prejudice.
Like, dude, like, okay, well, lack of better
I can
words.
hate you because you got blue eyes. I can hate you because your beard looks better than mine.
Right.
But you know what? Like that's a prejudice thing. That's
But
like
yeah, they were trying to say that's not possible. And I don't believe
no, it's
that.
definitely
Like,
possible.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so I don't think that's the solution. That's
No.
what I'm getting at. Like, you shouldn't just hate all white people.
Now, black people, it's like where it would become like racist is if all black people came together and be like, if you want any of our kind of culture or like music, food, maybe we came up with our own currency or something like that, and it just so happens to be better, like Bitcoin or something like that. Say black people came up with, cryptocurrency.
Well, there's
And-
Acoin.
And is what?
Akon's got his own coin.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. But say that, and he was like, "Hey, all black people hop on this," and everybody jumped on that bandwagon, and they were like, "You know what?" And it blows up, and they were like, "You know what? Nobody but black people can be on this coin." That is racism.
All right, let's move on. This might. I just want to bring this up. We're doing like a full 90-degree turn here. Do you guys remember Marble Blast Gold?
Yes, that was.
Marble Blast Gold Ultra, whatever.
I remember Marble Blast Ultra.
Dude, I've been trying to find this game.
Dude, me, Clint, and Lupus used to play this shit for hours on end.
Marble
bro.
Blast Ultra. Why
Oh,
did I
wait,
call
you had it
gold?
outside of school?
Huh?
You had it outside of school?
Yeah, we had it on the Xbox, and we would try to beat the world record. Like,
Dude, I want it.
we were about it.
Look, I mean, dude, I want to just when we do the clip, I just want just a little clip of this, dude. Tell me this doesn't just smell like cafeteria pizza when you look at this. I have synesthesia undiagnosed. Does this
Yes.
not
Dude.
smell like cafeteria pizza? That sausage pizza that's a square.
Dude, if someone streamed this, I would watch it for
Bro,
hours.
I would too, bro.
Me-
I'm
the
actually about to
spring?
get this.
I remember this level.
Yes. Dude, if Clint or Lupus, if y'all are watching this right now, I know y'all are tripping.
Look, you see, it says RT. There's an Xbox game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, we would try to beat the world record. There was this one level, as soon as it started, you had to hit the first jump right on the corner. So you got this little boost. And if we didn't hit it, we restart. 1, 2, 3, go. Miss it, restart. We did that over and over and over.
Fuck. Yeah, that was it. Really,
Dude,
I just wanted to bring
that's
that up.
great.
So no, what it was. So whenever you're laying down and you're like, "Oh my god, I'll remember that in the morning." That happened to me. I was like, "No, putting it in my notes because I will forget it." Just like right now, I'm about to make a future playlist, like the artist of all his sad songs. It's gonna bang. I just remembered that. Hold on, it's coming out on my Apple and Spotify soon.
56 nights.
Like I'm gonna get because
Dude, that's great.
I was listening to No Charge today.
I mean,
I'm
Cody
getting
and Crazy gotta be on
that's
there.
100%.
Yeah.
And solo, yes. But I was listening to No Charge.
Magic. Oh, it's not.
I mean-
it's not sad, but like that. Voila, mad.
I forgot
With
about
that
No
T.I.
Charge.
Dude, the first time I
Yeah.
heard Turn on the Lights or whatever.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that?
dude?
Is it Turn on the Lights?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the actual title. But I was in the trunk of a car because we didn't have enough. Hold on.
White lives matter.
That was a typo in words.
That means, oh, you have a swastika somewhere on your body.
Yeah.
Somewhere on you are a white nationalist.
Yeah.
But I was on the way to a rave in the bottom of the bowling alley on Broad. But there was no more seats in the car. That's how deep we were. So me and another homie had to get in the trunk, and the song sounded great because we were in the trunk. It just made it that much better.
That's a story. That's a story right there.
Parker or Connor, do y'all have a topic today?
Yeah. Do you want to pull this up on the screen?
Yeah. Are you on my Wi-Fi?
No.
Okay, what is it?
I sent it in the group message.
Oh, the Pornhub one.
Yeah, can we say that?
Pornhub? Bro,
I think so, yeah.
I'm not making any money, man.
I don't know.
Okay, so this is... Okay. Pornhub put out a... Here, you do it.
So this is a
A memo? What have you?
I think it's a warning.
A warning?
What have you?
I don't
A
really
referendum?
know. I don't know what to read to sum it up exactly.
I mean, just read what it's about, or tell me what it's about.
So it's basically all these are all signatures of people who are behind this,
Okay.
and it's about Instagram and Mark Zuckerberg.
Banning like their accounts.
They're shadow banning,
That's
banning
true.
the accounts,
Dude.
and they're. I thought you were about to say something.
No.
But I mean, they're basically saying like, okay, I'll just read this one. Sex workers and performers have been unfairly targeted in the form of bans, shadow bans, suspensions, loss of live privileges, and content removal despite taking extra care not to violate Instagram's community guidelines. 3 weeks ago, Pornhub's official verified account was disabled with no reasonable justification. So they went through and read all their terms and conditions. They didn't violate them, and they're still getting banned and shadow banned, lost live privileges and stuff, which is wild.
Say something. I already know
I mean-
some wild shit to say.
I was just gonna say, if a bitch want to suck a dick, then hey, I ain't mad at
Hey,
her.
I agree.
You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? Like,
If Instagram says you can't show titties on Instagram, fine. You know? And
Yeah.
if they're just posting...
That's cool.
Cool.
That's their platform.
But, like, but even if they're following the rules to a T...
Because
they're-
they know they will be the first to get booted off there. They're taking extra care. That's what they're saying. They're going the extra mile to not violate these terms, knowing that they're going to get booted anyways.
But they're
and
still getting
doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
even though they're following all the rules.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
so question.
That's
'cause
prejudice.
just- it is.
Yeah.
That is
Straight up.
That's
It is.
that is. That's. I don't even know. I ain't got nothing to say on that one. So what this is to sum it up from what I think I heard, is that they're trying to shadow ban Pornhub on like other or people on Pornhub on like social media and
Any
stuff like that.
sex
these-
worker of the sort.
All of these are, like, actresses and actors and, like, porn people.
I mean, the
they-
first name you see, Riley Reid.
Yeah.
You know,
Johnny Sins. and
Yeah,
this
he's
bitch.
on there. J Mac. I don't know who that is,
But-
but he's there, and he's getting shadow banned for nothing.
Right. I'm just saying, I'm like, I would obviously never be naked on camera, but if that's what you want to do and it's legal, consensual,
And if you're going on these,
I will. So Pornhub, if you're hiring.
But
I would do good as shit on Pornhub too.
what do you mean by that?
Money and only females only. That's only the one I would be.
yeah, you got to clear that up too.
yeah, I do. I'll make sure I clear that up. But yeah, no, I don't think they should be able to mess with someone's money or their livelihood just because you don't like it. I think this is so stupid. I think that's what is it? A cancel culture. Like, if you don't like it, nobody told your funky ass to get on this website. Like, if you don't like it, stop following them. Like, why are you even looking at it in the first place? If you don't like it, maybe you're a diehard Christian. Well, keep your ass on Christian Mingle, because like nobody.
I get what you're saying, but the whole thing is, like, you know, you don't have to follow those accounts, but they might pop up. But they're also not showing what they would show on Pornhub or their OnlyFans. It's just their Instagram.
So look,
It's not, even if it's a Instagram that they're not even using to promote their content, it's still getting shadow banned.
Yes.
Like Riley Reid has a regular, you know, she's got a
She's
kid.
like married with a baby.
Yeah. So
I'm talking. So Adam 22's wife, Lena the Plug. He talked about this. She has like millions of followers. Well, not now because her account keeps getting banned. But it got so bad that she was shadow banned. You could type in her. You know, so you type in Slightly Daily is gonna pop up. You would type in Lena the Plug, and it wouldn't even show up in the search. And she's verified with millions of followers. You know. And that's fucking up. You said it's fucking up people's business. Because, dude, Instagram and Twitter, social media is a tool. Like, especially if you're trying to like sell a product or something. You know, like i.e. OnlyFans.
And
Damn, man.
sex
bro,
sells.
she
Yeah.
was strong arming me.
Sex sells. Like, they're tapping into like human nature. Like, it just is what it is. You can't stop that. So like, if they want to use that to fucking promote their shit, then all right.
Don't get a social media then.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what you're signing up for.
And that's what's wrong with the world today. Is like, everybody, you know what? You don't want your kid to see it. Well, your kid at 10 years old shouldn't have a social media in the first place. Why don't you try being a parent and going back to the old days? Take your ass outside.
Yeah, and that
I agree.
Books. Like, honestly, I know maybe this is kind of retroactive. Like, just get them a Nintendo. Why are they on the internet, bro? I remember being 12 with unfiltered access to the internet.
And I'll talk reckless to a little kid on the mic.
Like, yeah, I mean, honestly,
I will, dude.
You hear a little
press
squeaker
me.
on COD. What do you? Oh, it's game
It's
over.
fair game.
Yeah.
You know what you signed.
You
pressed
click the
accept.
terms. Yeah, the terms. You click that. Or your parent did, and they lied about your birthday.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like your parents bought you this game, and they let you go online. So it's like, you knew what you were going to get into. You're going to be on here with grown people, and it's like playing cards in the black community. You playing spades, you sitting at the adult table playing spades, you're going to get shit talked to you. You know, like, so you're going to get your poison. So
Yeah, put your dad on the mic. I'll talk wet to him, too.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm just saying, I know Twitter's a different beast, but like Instagram, dude, if you're following the rules and you're not showing no booty, no nothing, and because even Twitch, what we talked about with the gambling stuff last week,
That's why I brought this on here,
They're a
because
private-
it goes hand in hand with
it goes
that.
hand in hand. So Twitch, you know Twitch, right? So Twitch, they banned gambling on, like, you can't, you used to be, so the biggest streamers, it's questionably, is it morally, you know, whatever. Are you pushing gambling to kids? But also what you said, why the hell is a 12-year-old allowed to have unfiltered access to the internet? You know?
That's the issue.
That's the issue. It's not Aiden Ross Aiden Ross is getting that bag from Stake. They're like, we'll give you $5 million a month if you stream 20 hours a week gambling or whatever it is, you know? And he's fulfilling his contract. He's telling no one, hey guys, you should load up your Stake. He's not ever said that once. He's just like, hey, I'm gambling.
Yeah, he's simply just playing it.
Yeah.
I think that another problem, I'm going to list a lot of problems on this podcast, is that we're passing off responsibility.
Oh yeah.
As adults, we're just like, I mean, not me, not us, or I'm not accusing y'all, but these people who are crying, it's like, you're like, oh, like, I'm so mad because my kid's watching this, watching that. And I'm like, why aren't you being more responsible? They put things in place for you to keep them from seeing these things.
You're the parent. That's
you're the
your
parent.
job.
But you want to blame YouTube. You want to blame Instagram, Pornhub.
Man.
Like,
And that's-
God, I
I
love
agree.
these things.
I agree, bro.
That's
Like,
what made
I
me.
love titties and ass. Like, I don't want to see it scroll by accidentally. So when my girl is eyeballing my phone, it ain't my fault. Like,
Yeah, right.
you know.
And that's what made me so mad about the whole Kanye thing, because he did actively try to get his kid off of TikTok because
Yes.
you can't control that algorithm.
No.
No.
You watch, and
I
you know,
don't-
he was worried about, you know, her doing the TikTok trends, but he wasn't saying like, you know, ban these accounts because little kids are on here. He's like, I want my daughter off of it.
Exactly.
She's not ready for it.
No. No.
Just like in the song, he said I hope your body's shaped look more like mine and not like your mom.
mommy's. Yeah.
They think he's like just a manic mess, but the man he's
A genius.
Oh, I could have a whole.
he
I
makes
agree.
sense.
Yeah.
It's just people's views don't line up with it, and he, you know, he does go over the top, but that's because he feels so strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, oh man, they really make me mad about Kanye.
Oh, dude, I could have a whole. Dude, we could do a whole series. We could do 3-hour parts on just him. Like, dude, it's. And this is like what I was telling you last week. We had the conversation. I was telling you, people think they're compelled to take X or Y. I'm taking fucking W.
Mm-hmm.
I'm choosing when I see an issue, what they want us to do is pick side 1 or side 2. Bro, pick side 3, your side. You don't have to be married to an ideology with your religion, with your political party. You should not follow a political party, period, to be real.
Agreed.
To be honest with you. But like, you know, because nothing, even like you can be the most devout Christian person, you're still not going to be perfect at all.
The whole point of that thing is you're not perfect.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Say
how
that
they.
again.
The whole part of that is you're not perfect.
Yeah.
So
But that's how they keep us divided. That's
Divide
the
and
whole
conquer.
agenda. Yeah, because if we band together, we would overtake them by so many. You
and
know.
that's why racism was created.
Exactly.
I agree.
No, like
So we have a
there's
two-system party, like
Yeah.
racism. Yeah.
Yeah, responsibility. Like I said, it's been tossed off to everybody else, but the people that actually have the power to keep it like from happening, and it's just because everybody's getting weak. Everybody needs a trophy.
Mhm.
Everybody, well, yeah.
We talked about this on the last one.
Look at Parker.
We talked dude. Me and him. I remember this is the last time he was on here. We had a whole conversation about that. Like, dude, when you were in high school, did you get a participation trophy for finishing last in the district? No, bro.
no.
Coach Powers was cussing us out after we lost to some crappy team. We were getting ran to death after practice. You know, after the game.
And that builds character.
Yeah. Because life is going to kick the shit out of you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is like the law of the universe. Have you guys heard of Murphy's Law? Mm-hmm. Whatever's bad, whatever's bad that will happen will probably happen. Mm-hmm. And I agree that even there, like, you know how when you feel like there's a bunch of bad shit that's happening to you at once, I think on the opposite end of that, you'll hit like a luck streak where good shit is just boom, boom, boom. I think that's just how the universe is. To where it's like,
Me too. That's why I got this tattoo.
That
It balances itself out.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was touching on earlier with positive and negative. You got two ends of the pole, like, but what most people don't understand is that both those ends of the pole still connect. So there's no such thing as complete bad, and there's no such thing as complete good. But when we're taught at a young age, there's only bad or good, you know. But I totally agree with you in your statement.
Parker, you sent me this. What we got here?
All right, so this is the beginning of a little rabbit hole I'm going to take y'all down.
Okay.
But I just want, let's watch this. Let's react to it.
Okay.
This Luka Dončić posted this.
Luka himself. This is Luka's verified account.
This is Unreal Engine. Do y'all know about Unreal Engine?
They like make video games and
Yeah, it's an engine that games are made from,
Okay.
but they're getting better and better. They just released Unreal Engine 5, and it looks super realistic. So they're going from the old Unreal Engine. They're showing you like the levels to it, and just watch.
okay.
That was his real face. Now this is.
Hold on.
Okay. So,
1, 2.
and then here's where they are now.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Dude, that is wild.
2K23.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, look at
Look
like,
at
the
the
reflection
hair.
in his eyes. That's what's got me.
Look
Dude.
at the little baby hairs, bro. Like in the hard part.
Honestly,
Dude.
it's the nose and the hair for me. It's like that nose is like shiny, like
Yeah.
like it's like it's crazy.
One thing that I saw too, you see his ears like move a little bit when he moves his head. Watch.
That's the real.
Okay.
That's the old engine. And that's the new one.
That's crazy.
So this leads me. If they can do this right now, okay, think about in 1980, our parents had Pong, right? 2 lines and a dot.
Sega Genesis.
Yeah. Not shit. And now, let's say 90, like 40 years later, we got this. So in 40 years from now, where are we going to fucking be, right?
Player Ready 1.
Ready
Yes.
Player One.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Have
hope.
you seen that?
Yes.
So
You seen Ready Player One, right?
I actually haven't, but I know what it's
you get the
about.
gist.
Yeah.
You do gotta. It's still a good. Like still.
No,
a good
you have to
movie.
watch that tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, but
yeah, I haven't seen a lot of movies, but
that's a good one. Especially if you're, dude, it should, because they literally like you know how when the metaverse was big and like popular in the news, people were like, oh my god, like you could buy real estate, like NFTs and that whole.
that's what I was going to say next.
So, yeah,
So continuing this, if we can do 40 years from now, what's it going to look like? Because also right now we have GTA role playing. Y'all know about that?
Yeah.
Where people go in there, they're actually cops. They have a whole setup with screens. And dude, so what I'm thinking is in 40 years from now, it's going to be like, we're going to be
Sims.
living in another world. Like
That's-
it's going to be in a computer
That's-
pretty much.
Has Matt told you about
He needs
that?
to watch that movie.
Has Matt told you about his theory on where we're gonna be?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to say
He
it
might
on
have.
here because it's funny, but it's a little vulgar.
It's probably out there.
It is out there.
He's out there, bro. Like he be showing me some stuff, bro. Just have my mind blown.
They
Yeah.
can make shit indistinguishable from real life. Almost already. Like there's
Well-
a few flaws, but in 40 years, they're going to have it.
Virtual reality, I think that's gonna be like Ready Player One. Like it's virtual reality, and it's like, I mean, it's good.
So you haven't seen it, but in the movie, dude, like the world is trashed. Like it's like trailers stacked on top of each. Like in the real world, it's trash. But they put on these, VR headsets, and they can run around and they have the sensations and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so nice in the metaverse. And they got like
You can do anything.
you're like a mechanic.
Pick your
You're
own
building,
character,
you're building
like-
cars and stuff. But there's also other things. But the main character was like a race car driver or of some sort. It was
So-
like a race car. I think he had a motorcycle.
So we're all in
That was a
agreement.
girl. That was a girl.
We're in agreement that that's probably going to happen. So my question is, what are the downfalls that come with that? What are the negatives that come with that?
I mean, like the movie Wall-E, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our real bodies are just going to get fat as fuck.
I mean, like that's what I'm picturing in my head is Wall-E and mix of Wall-E and Ready Player One.
What's that other movie where they control the prisoner? He controls the prisoner. In the game.
Gamer.
Gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
that's another good one.
the fat
But
dude.
like, I'm
being
sure the
pervert.
higher ups are going to use that once
what-
we get there. How are they going to use that to their advantage? Like they're using us now.
They're doing how they're doing us now is it's all about mind control and keeping you dumb. So what's happening is with these kids, like we were just talking about, and responsibility and stuff like that, they're trying to push us as far away from nature and being connected to each other as possible. So if I can only communicate with you via phone, or 40 years from now only in cyberspace, when we probably aren't going to see each other, and if we do, we're not even going to talk to each other because there's going to be an uncomfortable stigma between us, because you know what, I'm not really who I am in real life, but in cyberspace I am who I want to be. And that's kind of like what it is, and that's
Yeah, you're not gonna look like that avatar.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You're going to make that avatar look like the best you can. You're gonna like hate yourself in real life.
I just saw a TikTok the other day of this dude, which it could have been fake, but I think it was funny as hell. He was like, he opened up his trunk and it was like a bunch of money, and he was like, I made all this in 1 month from stripping in the metaverse as faking like I was a girl. Being a VR chat? Like, do you know what that game is? You pick a character. It's literally, it's called VR chat though. That's like the game. It's called. You pick a character essentially, and you sit in a room with people. That's already a thing. And he was like a girl who was wearing like a bikini or whatever, and he was like stripping in the metaverse, and he made a bunch of money.
So, yeah, go ahead,
bro. Thank you. It's like you about to make me tear up because I know at least you two have seen Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I've seen. Oh, you're talking about the two guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
that.
one. Yeah.
That.
Do y'all wanna run some Striking Viper after this?
I don't know.
Bro, but that shit's probably real though, dude.
That's
gonna happen.
That's where it's gonna get to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Would
I'm
you
gonna
meet
be
up with
Loba.
and you won't even
I'm gonna be Loba.
Would you meet up with your homeboy to kiss to make sure it was strictly video game?
Hey,
man, like
I would be a bad bitch though.
He's stupid. Nah, bro, I couldn't even do it. But I would be just scared to talk to anybody out there. I'm already scared to talk to any woman out here besides my girl. Like, I'm looking at her strange. Like, you do something different today, like.
But what you were saying about the government, are you talking about like financial, like stuff like that?
What is that
like
gonna?
how is the government going to benefit from it?
yes, because they are already benefiting now, so they wouldn't let this happen if they couldn't benefit from some way.
But like, okay, so the government has control on Bitcoin now, and
No.
that's when you take that money out,
No, brother.
you have to pay taxes.
Not yet. It's like over X amount of dollars. No, trust me. It's right now it's decentralized, but they're going to get their grubby little paws on crypto. But this is a whole other thing. But they might, yes, they pull taxes like Webull does, and like the platforms do. But if you do it right and get a ledger and mine it, but that's a whole other thing. But I know what you're saying.
Well, so if you were to buy in right now, make a lump sum, pull out your initial buy-in, which can't be taxed, pull out what you made, that money has to be taxed. It's going to come up as you have to file it. You can get away with a little bit, like the IRS is not going to trip over $500,
right?
Because there's bigger fish out there to fry right now. People that bought in at the right time making millions, which was a big problem because they were spending it thinking they were straight, but really they did have to pay taxes on that. But what I'm getting is like, I know they can't fully enforce that right now, but they already got their hands in the pot as far as, buying land in the metaverse and stuff like that. I'm sure that will become a thing solely off because pretty sure you have to put it in. I'm not sure how you buy stuff in the metaverse, but they're going to be able to tax that. It's crypto. So they're going to be able to tax that. You already, you're going to get in trouble if you message a underage person online today. So there's going to be laws in there.
Yeah.
I bet they can do it.
I mean, the beautiful thing about that, about crypto is that the same amount of, probably not amount, but there's opposite ends of the pole. There's going to be people out there like big government and
Big pharma,
pharma, stuff like that, companies are they going to try to push that so they get their hands on it. But there's also people out here every day that are working to keep making decentralized platforms. So, and the whole point of like anybody who's doing anything smart, just like stocks and bonds and stuff like that, you never take your money fully out.
Yeah, definitely not.
So all they do is they'll probably get a Bitcoin card and spend whatever they can on it whenever they want.
Get a VPN, go to an offshore wallet that's out of America and put their money in that wallet. So it's already considered tax money. Put it back in their other wallet over here. There's a way, but
yeah,
I don't think I should be saying it.
Oh, I mean, they say it all the time on YouTube. So,
all right. So my last kind of
hold on, real quick.
Go ahead.
In China they have a social credit score already. And I could see that being a thing.
I heard
it's
about
like
that.
if you go against our guidelines, our Twitter guidelines. This is in like the metaverse in 40 years. If you go against our guidelines X many times, it's going to dock your social credit score.
That's
if
on
you
Black
go
Mirror,
against
too.
us.
First
Really?
episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
I thought the first episode was the pig.
No, I don't know. It's
I
one,
think
it's
it
in
was
the
the
first
pig.
season where the
And
girl,
China already has that.
the girl literally goes insane. Like
First hooked.
She goes like bankrupt.
So
basically.
well, like the girl, she like embarrasses her. I don't know. She goes insane at the end because no one likes her, and they look at her as a peasant. Wow. And
And
she goes literally.
And that's real life in China.
Yeah.
They have a social credit score
it's
now.
low key real life already because
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah, right.
only got 600 followers, but this person,
Right.
you
It's already here.
he gets,
Oh my god.
it's ugly.
But in the show, they were doing it like, nah, you can't stay at this hotel because of that score right
See,
there.
I
And-
think that's gonna be real.
But you know
Straight
it's
up.
so crazy though. I mean, it matters to like guys, but really social media is just built, and I don't care how you take it. Social media is built for women.
Yeah,
Right.
Instagram especially.
TikTok. It
I
doesn't
mean,
really matter.
I don't know about TikTok because I post gaming clips and that can be used for guys,
Of course.
But Instagram, dude, my gaming clips zero
Yes.
views on Insta.
Dude.
Instagram is about girls.
Kanye, go back to Kanye. Kanye had this quote. He was talking about. He was like, "You think so and so's got your bitch?" He was like, "Instagram got your bitch." Because
Yeah.
Instagram got your bitch.
Straight up, dude.
Instagram got your bitch.
Girls have to be popping on Instagram. Like,
You'll see women and or young ladies, girls, whatever, in a whole nother light than you will ever see them in person.
oh yeah.
Like, and I know we're gonna disagree on this, but I agree for myself that social media in general, because between the two genders, and I don't care what y'all think, between the two genders, women need that social acceptance, more validation than men.
yeah, for sure.
We don't care about that because between men, the only thing that validates us is our money. And we don't make money like that off social media. Women make it because of their beauty. They get it like that. OnlyFans, that. Like all these, like TikTok, I could scroll through mine right now. I don't follow not a damn one of them. And it'd be just ass and titties. And like, I'm just like, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. And it's like, I'll scroll, I see yours. And like, I'll be like, ha, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Scroll, titties and ass.
Yeah.
Titties.
No skills. Not to say they all don't have skills, but like you don't have to have any.
Yeah.
Just
No.
be beautiful.
Could you look? Can you knock the hustle though? It's not their fault.
No, not at all.
It's nature.
Yeah.
It's like
If I was a female, I would be making that TikTok,
100%.
Instagram
I'm
bread.
just saying, it's nature.
100%.
I don't
I'll be
care,
selling
dude,
feet
I don't
pics
care
left
how
and
you
right.
look either. You could, there's a guy out there that
Dude.
wants it.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
And it's a whole nother conversation. And men, what? Yeah.
And
I'm
if
not
there's
even,
if
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
single
get your
moms out
bag.
take care of
there,
yourself.
and if there's single moms out there that want a young bull coming up on middle age very shortly, but still young bull, DMs are open.
All right. So my last thing that I want to say before we get off here about going back to the Luka video, how you were saying, like, objectively, this looks very real. Okay.
Oh yeah,
What if they're already using this to some degree to trick us on like what if
A lot of things.
Biden is really dead already, but they're projecting him?
We would never know.
I'm not
Because they're already showing us this, so what does the government have?
oh yeah.
But
That's
they're
just like,
using- 'Cause look
dude,
how-
GPSs,
bro.
dude.
The internet was invented in the 70s.
Yeah.
But it was used by the military.
Bro, and that's
As
not
communication.
hard to do. Like,
So-
if they wanted to fake Biden being up there,
I'm-
they could do it easily.
Not saying that that's true.
I'm not
I
saying
believe
that's
that,
true,
but I'm
but-
saying like, what if they
could.
What if they, what kind of technology they have? Like that.
Yeah.
That's Luka,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
If he posted that selfie on his Instagram story, I would think nothing of it. I would not think that looked weird at all.
Dude, even the wrinkles in the jacket and stuff, like,
That's Luka.
Yeah.
Like,
When you're talking about technology and stuff like that the government's had before, when did the 3D printer come out?
10 years ago to the public, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Go watch Jurassic Park, the first one. What did they make the raptor call with? A fucking 3D printer.
Really?
Yeah, that was in 2001.
Yeah, the government, they say they're like 20, 30 years ahead of us as far as like technology goes at all times.
Yeah, but I think supposedly have technology that will put us hundreds of years into the future. They just haven't given it to us because it's supposed to like put us in a state of shock or something like that. It's like
we can't handle it.
Yeah, can't handle it.
Yeah, the GPS was invented in 73 and it wasn't released to the public till 89.
I mean,
And that was like a dulled down version of it.
Yeah.
Like they had already progressed. Like I think in like 89 they were already at a GPS they could put you within like 100 feet of where you wanted to be.
That's
and
wild.
I mean I don't know if you remember GPS is in like early 2000, but you might be in a different neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the streets, like new streets and stuff, they weren't updated quick.
Mm-hmm.
You had to buy those stupid cards to update your car with.
We pushed Parker.
I'm convinced Biden's
We
dead.
pushed Parker to the
He's a
right.
fucking
We did
hologram.
it again.
All right, fellas, this was a very stimulating conversation. That's all I got. 139. Psalms, thanks for giving us your time. Got to get you back in here sometime. So, you got any final words, Parker?
No, just be good to people.
Connor?
No.
Follow these guys on Twitch. You're gonna, bro. I hopefully the updates and shit you did last night will fix your stream.
Yeah, hopefully. I think Apex was just a little too much for it, but I've been looking on StockX for new graphics.
It's
card.
hard. Psalms, final words.
A woman actually came up with the GPS.
Wow. Okay.